who's asked just to quickly attend to the Women's Caucus planning meeting, and she'll be back at about 3. Adoption of our agenda. May I have the mover of the adoption? But before we go through that, I'd like to propose, honorable members, that we remove item number 6.6. It's a matter of a workshop, the land assembly strategy. I would like the department will, of course, adopt it as one of the resolutions of the legislature. It's been presented, technically it's been tabled in this meeting, but we are not going to be getting into any discussion on that matter. So we're removing item 6.6 and the item first quarter report 2020-21. It came late, and this is exactly what Zwide was saying, HOD and your team, that the reports of the department must go through a research lenses. So we are not going to deal with that. Is that fourth quarter? Fourth quarter, we have received our research report, so we'll deal with that. Just one, is that 7.3? Can I see the other items, Nestor? It's 7.1, 7.2, and 7.3 only.
Yes, it's 7.1.
Oh yeah, I wasn't seeing. Okay. It's fine. I will propose, honorable members, that for the report, the first quarter report, we allow our researchers to go through it. We are already praying for an opportunity from the legislature so that we can have a special meeting to deal with this, because we are also cognizant of the time frames that are allocated to the departments to provide Treasury and the Premier's office with these reports. With those amendments, I therefore would like to call for a member that adopts the agenda with the removal of item 6.6 and item 7.2. Who's that? I can't see whose hand is this.
Mazibuko.
Honorable Mazibuko, thank you very much.
Honorable Chair, I move for the adoption of the agenda with amendments.
Thank you, honorable member. Any seconding member?
Second,
can I see hand? Honorable Nzwageli, siyabonga kakhulu. We are making progress. Honorable members, the minutes are before us. May I ask Nestor to beam them for all of us? I'm going to be going through page by page. Then we take it from there and deal with the resolutions as tabled by the department. We are on page 1 of our minutes. Can we continue? Is that fine? Is that in order, honorable members?
Yes.
Page 2. Page 3. Let's move to page 3. Page 4. Page 5. Page 6. Page 7. Page 8. Is this our last page, page 9?
Yes, last page.
Oh, thank you very much, Nestor. If this is our last page, I now put it to the members whether this is the true reflection of what transpired on the 19th of May in our portfolio committee. Any mover for the adoption of minutes?
Hello.
Honorable Gumede.
Hello, I move for the adoption of the minutes as the true reflection of the minutes.
Thank you, Honorable Gumede. I saw Honorable Dube's hand, so I take it he was seconding you. Thank you, Honorable members. Let's now move to the resolutions. We took a couple of resolutions in that meeting. They were all sent to us, 6.1 to 6.5. I'll just give an opportunity to ask questions, follow-up questions, but I will for now hand it over to the HOD so that he takes us through those resolutions. Mind you, Kwabin, you are not reading. We are just talking to those issues, and we are now going to be following up if there are issues. HOD.
Yes, Chair, I'm with you. Greetings. Greetings, Chair.
Yes, kuba kwabeni siyakuzwa bo.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, just to indicate that with regard to the resolutions, Chair, just guide me again because the connection is not very well. I just heard you saying that I needed to follow up on the resolutions.
Okay, Mr. Zoom, I was saying we are giving you the opportunity to talk to the resolutions item by item. Will, however, allow members to follow through if they wish to do so. We've got to adopt them as the resolutions of the portfolio committee, and then they'll be processed at a later stage in the House. Yes.
Okay. Let me. Yes, in fact, I'm trying to just scroll through the main one, Chair, that I would also like to start with is the issues around the EPWP, also Program 3 underperformance. There's some interference that just to indicate, Chair, that obviously when it comes to these resolutions, we have committed ourselves that will be, if there is a need for proper reports to be written, then I think it will be better that way. So the one will give it much more better attention. and also commitment in terms of the timelines and budgets that are required, that are also aligned to these issues. Yeah, I'll request that if we do it that way, and so that we can even formally submit written responses in terms of those issues. I'll be very much, I'll just request that one, Chair. I hope I'm audible.
We already have the resolutions. I am really bad. I'm trying to open my agenda item. If you can just send it quickly to me privately, Nestor, so that I can have it on my phone. You have already submitted the resolutions. For instance, we have accorded us a report on SCM challenges, investigative report, status report on the disaster housing. All those 6.1 to 6.5, those were the resolutions which we have you have provided to us. I was just giving you an opportunity to take a bite on all those reports, not reading them. For instance, you can punch holes. I saw a lot of interrelated issues. The common concern will be the municipalities' systems aren't functional very well in terms of SCM. So I think if you go through that, we'll then have good time just to discuss with the members if they want to follow, if they want to follow through.
Okay. No, thanks for that guidance. It's that obviously. Yeah. No, thanks. I think at least you've given me some good guidance. Just to indicate that obviously what we've done was the main issues that what have we done to address some of these shortcomings. If you look at the SCM issues that we have inherited, we were just at cabinet because this was supposed to have happened by the end of March, then we hit by COVID. But then last week, cabinet said we submitted the issue of withdrawal of developer status at municipalities, Chair. That issue has been adopted. Now it's a matter of us taking it through to the provincial structures like provincial premier coordinating forum and the mayor's forums. So at least we can really take it through now in terms of saying the withdrawal developer status of municipalities, especially those that are really underperforming and those that are under administration. Because most of our projects, if you see, as they were appointed by municipalities, we kept on even getting people who were really not performing. As a result, now if you look at Nongoma and other municipalities, where we have fired some of these contractors and we have replaced them with our database, because our database has followed the compliance setup of the FMA in terms of SCM, where we've got databases now from grade 2 to 5, 6 to 9, and also with youth, women, disabled, and military veterans. So those databases have been created, which makes much response easier. That whenever there is underperformance in any other areas of the province, and now obviously with these powers that have been given to us by cabinet to say we need to take over these developer status, it's really going to make our performance much better in that regard. And also this issue is also going to cut off the elements of non-payments of these IAs by these municipalities. We also have noted that it became very worse now, as we can see even the issues that municipalities are underperforming, that they are no longer even paying our contractors on time. We'll be paying within 30 days from our side, but when it was supposed to be paid, as a result, some members of the parliament were even reported to when they were doing site visits by some of the developers who say they are not paid on time, because municipalities are just an interest on this money that we pay. And as a result, we needed to even to write letters to them to say, if ever they don't allow to pay within 30 days, definitely we'll be taking them to task in that regard. So we are trying to move away from those issues because it does hamper our performance on the ground if they are not paid on time. But also just to indicate that you recall the issue that we raised to say when the MTSF targets are set, even for 2019 to 2020, they were decided from the beginning of the 2019 kind of MTSF. So from there onwards, obviously, the issue was to say when the budget cut was initiated, from our side, the targets are never set down. Like even now, as we are sitting, we've had serious budget cuts, even within these budget cuts for this financial year of 2020. As the minister today is just reissuing new budgets, but the target, according to what we signed, is still the same, although now the money has just been taken out. So those are the issues that we are still fighting with the sector to say it makes us to look really bad when we do report this element of non-alignment all the time. Because even the AG, we needed even to get these kind of issues from national to cover us. Otherwise, we'll have got a disclaimer by now. And for them, they could see that already this target are set way before. By the time the budget cut happens, it's already water under the bridge. So those are the issues that are really missing. And we're hoping this financial year, for this 6th administration, that we had part